innovation as a concept gets bandied around at shows like these, but does innovation need to be a grand gesture of like cutting edge technology, or does innovation work better as small improvements to customer offerings?
Yeah, I think it's really both. We look for a portfolio of innovative activities going on at any one time, and those tend to be what we try to focus on being commercial. So constant improvement or improving gaps, improving an existing product, sometimes we don't view as innovation, because if you settle for that, I think as an organization you won't achieve large, innovative changes to your business model going forward. So we believe you need a research area that will sort of identify, develop, and fund activities, and to be working on a number of them at one time. By inference, though, they don't have to be all big. And in fact, it's good if they're not all big from a budgetary point of view. So what you like to do is have ones that maybe have a 3-year time frame that require some significant investment, but those investments are identified early, they're identified in their entirety, and we have measurables on how to have certain guideposts along the way to make sure they don't get off track. And then there are smaller ones that you can sort of take a little bit more of a flyer on, that can be a little bit more uncertain as to the ultimate outcome, but that you believe the financial investment is manageable. And if you have a portfolio of these, we think over time you will always be coming out with new products that have the ability to grow your top line in incremental ways.
Can you go into a bit more detail of some of those small or large innovation projects at BBH?
We have an innovative product line called Infomediary. It's a data translation tool that takes messaging, for instance, and it works in collaboration with Swift to foster Swift standards, but really it takes information, it can translate it, transform it, and then it transmits it to some other party, and then back again. So it's a router of sorts. And we've been able to find all sorts of adaptations of that we never imagined when we first started the business. One is integrating our FX business with that messaging technology, creating a unique tool where essentially we can, for an institutional money manager who conducts FX away from their selected custodians, these are often called standing instructions, that you can carve out those standing instructions, do them on an active basis, and not be held hostage to custodial FX rates, let's say. And then Infomediary then will feed that information seamlessly back into an accounting system. So it lowers risk, improves return. It really is a disruptor paradigm type of changing or shifting product. What's interesting there is we took an innovative product like Infomediary, a core excellence type of activity like FX, and then put them together. Another interesting aspect that we have with regard to innovation is using that Infomediary product outside our space. And I think it's incumbent now, what we're trying to do is broaden our horizons beyond financial services. There are certain core competencies. If you think about what we do, messaging, translation, transmitting information in a manner that's efficient and cost effective for a company, that does not have to be all about securities. And so actually we're looking into other spaces now where we're applying our own technology. That may or may not be a good thing. We're doing it through another company, so we don't have to identify the end users. It's almost OEM'd. But I think due to some of the financial constraints in our industry, firms like Brown Brothers, I think, are maybe forced or encouraged to look beyond the pure paradigm of the financial services industry into other areas, and we're particularly excited about that.